Good morning, students. Myself, G. Radha, Senior Lecturer in CCP from Government Polytechnic for Women, Warangal. In today's class, we'll be discussing about the topics classification of computers based on capabilities, that is micro, mini, mainframe computers, and classification of computers based on purpose. And we'll be also discussing about the topic different types of PCs, and also we'll be focusing on the topic configuration of computers. What is configuration of computers? In yesterday's class, we discussed about the topics functions of mouse, functions of scanner, functions of printer, uses of OCR and MICR, various types of printers, and different generations of computers. Now, in today's class, let us go into the topic classification of computers based on capabilities. Okay, students, on the capabilities, the computers are divided into microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe, supercomputers. It is divided into four types of computers depending upon the capabilities, that is capacity. Now, what is microcomputers? Let us see what is microcomputers. Microcomputers can generally be used by only one person at a time. These computers can generally be used by only one person at a time. They basically use microprocessor as the central processing unit. Okay, students. So microcomputers use microprocessor as CPU, central processing unit. Microcomputers microcomputer designed using a microprocessor as a central processing unit. It is a system consisting of, okay, it is a system, microcomputer is a system consisting of microprocessor as CPU, memory, input device, output device. Next, okay, students, this is about microcomputers. What is microcomputer? Microcomputers generally used by only one person at a time. They use microprocessor as a central processing unit, CPU, and they consist of microprocessor, memory, input unit, input device, output device. Next, mini computers. What are mini computers? More powerful than microcomputer in size, processing speed, and memory. Mini computers are more powerful compared to microcomputer in size, processing speed, and memory. They resemble the mainframe in appearance but have a smaller capacity. They are also more compact. They are usually multi-user computers. Okay, mini computers, microcomputers is nothing but only one person can use, that is single user. Mini computers here a multi-user computer. Multi-users can use the computers. They have a large memory capacity and can process data more quickly, and is measured in terms of millions of instructions per second. MIPS means millions of instructions per second. Okay, students. So, what is mini computer? Mini computer is a powerful than microcomputer in size, processing speed, and memory. They resemble the mainframe in appearance but have a smaller capacity. They are multi-user computers. Mini computers are multi-user computers. They have larger memory capacity and can process data more quickly, and is measured in terms of millions of instructions per second. The MIPS rating is derived by simply measuring the average of machine language number of machine language instructions executed in 1 second. The processing speed is of the order of 10 to 50 MIPS, millions of instructions per second. Okay, students, connections. So with the mini computers up to 100, because it is multi-user, okay, 100 terminals can be connected to a mini computer. 100 terminals can be connected to a mini computer. These computers can be linked to form a network. It uses either 16 or 32 bits of word length. Next type of computer. So students, we have discussed about microcomputer, which uses microprocessor as central processing unit. Mini computer, it is single user. Microcomputer is a single user, and mini computer is a multi-user computer. And it has a large memory capacity and can process data more quickly and can be measured in millions of instructions per second. Okay, students, and hundreds of 100 terminals are connected to the mini computer. It acts as a network. It uses 16 to 32 bits of word length. Next, third one is a mainframe computers. These are large computers characterized by a single processor for handling large volumes of data. Single processor for handling large volume. They are multi-user computers using multi-user operating system. Okay, students, mainframe computers are large computers which has a single processor for handling large volumes of data. They are multi-user computers using multi-user operating system. They can support smaller computers in a network of computers. Okay, students. So this is mainframe computers nothing but large computers which handles large volume of data. They are multi-user computers with multi-user operating system applications where actually the mainframe computers are used. Okay, management of very large centralized database as a central host computer in a large network. For example, IBM 4300 series, IBM system oblique 370, etc. applications. They are used to handle for managing a very large centralized database. Okay, mainframe computers. Okay, students, mainframe computers are used to manage very large centralized databases. Next, computers with large storage capabilities and very high speed of processing. The earliest computers were called mainframes due to their large size. Mainframes can occupy an entire room. Their memory, that is RAM capacity, varies from 64 MB to 256 MB. Okay, students, memory capacity varies from 64 MB to 256 MB. The hard disk capacity lies in the range 1 GB to 10 GB. The speed of mainframe computers is in the order 50 to 100 MIPS. These computers support a large main memory. The word length is generally 64 bits or more. So this is about mainframe computers which are used for managing large amount of database. Next, supercomputers. What are supercomputers? Also known as maxi computers or supercomputers. They are most powerful and most expensive computers made. They are used in scientific applications like simulation, meteorological data, etc. Okay, students. So supercomputers are used mostly for scientific applications. So where they are actually used in scientific application, that in weapon research, calculation, weather forecasting, research involving earth atmosphere, to produce computer generated images that can be incorporated into movies. Supercomputers are mainly used. So what are the supercomputers that are mainly used? Cray 1, Cray 2, Eta 10, system parameters, etc. Okay, students. So in movies also, supercomputers are used for showing the animations. These are the largest and fastest computers and are generally used for more complex scientific applications. So supercomputers are the largest and fastest computers and are generally used for more complex scientific applications. These computers perform billions of operations per second. These machines have word length in the order of 64 to 128 bits. Okay, students. Next, so this is about the supercomputers. Next is the microprocessors. What is microprocessors? Computer network consisting of two or more central processors under a common control. What are microprocessors? Computer network consisting of two or more central processors under a common control. There is no standard measure for speed. So these are multi-processors. So students, till now we have discussed about the topics on the types of computers depending upon capabilities. That is capabilities. Depending upon the capabilities, The types of computers we have discussed in microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers, supercomputers. Okay, microcomputers use microprocessor as a central processing unit. It is single user system, and mini computer is a multi user system which has a large memory capacity and can process data more quickly. It uses processing speed is from 10 to 50 Mbps. Then connections is up to 100 terminals can be connected to mini computers. Mainframe computers are large computers. They are used for processing of large volumes of data. Okay, it is multi-user. Mul- it is multi. They are multi-user computers using multi-user operating systems. Mainframe computers. Okay, they are used for managing very large centralized databases, and the memory varies from 64 MB to 56 MB. Next, supercomputers. Supercomputers are mostly used, they are called maxi computers, and they are mostly used for scientific applications like weapon research, weather forecasting, research involving Earth atmosphere, to produce computer generated images that can be incorporated into movies. Supercomputers are the mainly used supercomputers are Cray 1, Cray 2, ETA 10, system parameters, etc. Okay, students. So, next is a classification of computers on basis of applications. So on basis of, till now we have seen the classification of computers on based of capability. Okay, now we'll see on the basis of application. Special purpose computers and general purpose computers. So classification of computers on basis of applications. The modern computers, digital computers, they are classified into two categories depending upon the application. That is special purpose computers, general purpose computers. Special purpose computers. These are designed to perform a specific application. These computers are used in robotics, mining, aircraft control systems, missile guidance systems. Okay, students. So, computers, depending upon the applications, are divided into special purpose computers and general purpose computers. What are special purpose computers? Robotics, the computers used in robotics, mining, aircraft control systems, missile guidance system. Next, general purpose computers are designed to meet the needs of many different applications in scientific and business applications. They are mainly data processing computers. Okay, students. So, general purpose computers are mainly used for scientific and business applications. They are mainly general data processing computers. Next, let us go to the next topic is different types of personal computers, PCs. So, different types of PCs we have is personal computers, personal computer with extended technology, PCXT, personal computers with advanced technology, PC80, and Pentiums. Okay, students, these are the oldest models, types of computers we used to use in the olden days. Now they are not in existence. Pentium 2. So, personal computers. A microprocessor. Features of personal computer is a microprocessor 8086, minimum memory in MB, two floppy disk drives, no hard disk drive, has least processor speed. Okay. In olden days, personal computers had computers has the microprocessor of 8086, and the memory will be very low with two floppy disk drives and no hard disk drive. Okay, students. Next, PCXT, personal computer with extended technology. What are its features? This contains one floppy drive and one hard disk drive. It is also based on the microprocessor 8088. The capacity of hard disk can be 80 MB. The PCXT is known as 16 oblique 8-bit computer. The speed of computer is 12 microhertz, megahertz, 12 megahertz. Okay, students. Next, PCAT, personal computer with advanced technology. It is a personal computer with advanced technology. This contains one or two floppy disk drives, one hard disk. The memory capacity of the, that is RAM of PCAT, varies from 2 to 16 MB. The hard disk, the capacity of hard disk can be 80 MB, 120 MB, 200 MB and up. The ATs uses either 80286 or 80386 or 80486 microprocessors. The 80286 is a 16-bit processor. 80286 supports extra programming features like that let us execute programs much more quickly than 8088. It supports multitasking. Next, 80486, a faster, more powerful microprocessor than 80286, is a 32-bit processor. It can perform computations 32 bits at a time. 80386 offers more flexible memory management than 80286. Okay, students. 80486 is the advanced processor. It is also a 32-bit processor. The speed of PCAT 486 varies from 32 MHz to 80 MHz. It supports Windows operating system. So 80486 microprocessor supports Windows operating system. Okay, students. Next, let us see what is Pentium 2. Consists of one or two floppy disk drives. So in nowadays computer system, we don't see any floppy disk drives. We see the hard disk and we see the CD drives, DVD drives. Okay, students. So Pentium 2 consists of one or two floppy disk drives, one hard disk drive, one compact disk drive, that is CD drive. It is based on the 80586 microprocessor. Its word length is 64-bit. The memory capacity RAM can be from 16 to 32 or 64 MB. The speed of this computer varies from 96 MHz to 200 MHz. The capacity of hard disk can be from 1.2 gigabytes to 4 GB. Okay, students. So the Pentium 2, the capacity of hard disk, the capacity of the hard disk can be from 1.2 GB to 4 GB. Pentium 2. Okay, students. So next, this computer also consists of one or two floppy disk drives, one hard disk drive, one compact disk drive. It consists of Pentium processor and supports MMX technology. The memory capacity RAM can be from 32 to 128 MB. The speed of this computer varies from 233 to 300 MHz. The capacity of hard disk can be from 1.2 GB to 4 GB. At present, the Pentium 2 is the most powerful personal computer in terms of speed and memory capacity. Okay, students. So let us see the PC specifications. Personal computer specifications is minimum, that is system width is 500 mm, depth 400 mm, height 137.5 mm, monitor 14 inches, processor 80586 or Pentium, RAM capacity is 32 MB to 64 MB, disk drives is 1.2 MB or 1.44 MB floppy disk drive, 4.3 GB hard disk, type of monitor is VGA, SVGA, type of printer dot matrix or laser. Operating system is MS-DOS, Unix and Windows 98. These are olden systems we used to use. Type of graphical input device is mouse. Okay, students. This slide is showing a table with all the types of pieces we discussed before in the slides. It is showing in the form of table, that is PC, memory capacity, PC, PCXT, PC80, PC8286, PC80 386, PC80 486 and PC Pentium 2. Okay, students. So what is PC? Under PC is discussing about memory capacity, microprocessor, number of disk drives, operating system, environment, speed. So this is about the configuration of computers. Okay, students. So when you want to buy a computer system, the main thing you have to see is the memory capacity, microprocessor, what is the speed. Main thing you have to see hard disk speed, memory capacity. Okay, what is microprocessor? Main thing before buying the computer system. So memory capacity is 640 KB kilobytes, microprocessor 8088 8-bit, 2 floppy disk drive FDD, operating system is MS-DOS. This is old, previous older systems, olden years, past years we used to use these systems. Environment is single user, speed is 8 to 10 megahertz. PCXT 640 kilobytes, 8088 8-bit again, one floppy disk drive, one hard disk, MS-DOS, operating system, single user, environment is single user, speed is 10 to 13 megahertz. Then PC80 286 processor, 1 to 2 MB memory capacity, 80286 16-bit microprocessors, number of disk drives is 1 or 2, floppy disk drive, 1 hard disk, operating system is MS-DOS, Unix, Xenix, and the environment is multi-user. Okay, students, PC80 is the oldest system. It is multi-user with speed 15 to 20 megahertz. Then PC80 386 processor, 2 MB and plus is the memory capacity. 80386 is the microprocessor, 32-bit. Number of disk drives is 1 to 2, floppy disk drive, 1 hard disk. Then MS-DOS, Unix, Xenix. Environment is multi-user. Speed is 25 to 40 megahertz. Next, PC80 486. So we have seen PC80 286, 386, 486. Then the memory capacity is 8 to 16 MB. Microprocessor 80486. Number of disk drives, one or two floppy disk drive, one hard disk, one CD disk. Okay. So operating system used is MS-DOS, Unix, Windows. It is multi-user and speed is 50 to 66 megahertz. Next, PC Pentium 16 to 32-bit MB memory capacity. Then 80586 is microprocessor, that is 64-bit. Okay, students, 1 to 2 floppy disk drive, one hard disk, one CD disk. Operating systems uses MS-DOS, Unix, Windows. It is multi-user and speed is 96 to 200 megahertz. Next, Pentium 2, 32 to 128 MB memory capacity. Then microprocessor is Pentium. Number of disk drives is 1 to 2, FDD floppy disk drives, one CD disk. Operating system used is MS-DOS, Unix, Windows. It is multi-user operating system and speed is 233, 266 and 300 megahertz. Okay, students. So this is about the specifications of computers that is previously used. Now at present they are not available. Now let us see Pentium 3 processor that is core with 9.5 million transistors is based on Intel advanced P6 microarchitecture and is manufactured on 0.25 micron process technology. The 450 to 500 megahertz speed with 512 KB L2 cache, that is memory. Okay, this is Pentium 3. Next is, now at present the systems they are at present using is, so these are the past system they used to use, I think, and they are not available now. These are the systems previously used. Now at present they are using is Intel Core i3 computers. Okay, students, most of the computers they are using is a Intel Core i3. In laptops also and computer systems also, they are using Intel Core i3, i5. So Intel Core i3 computer system has a processor Intel Core i3 6th generation or newer or equivalent. Its memory is 8 GB RAM. Okay, students, its memory is 8 GB RAM. Storage capacity is 500 GB internal storage drive. And monitor is 15 inches LCD monitor. So this is the latest computer systems now they are using at present, and the configuration of these systems is this one. And 8.211 AC, 2.4 oblique 5 gigahertz, and wireless adapter. Okay, it contains wireless adapter also. That is speed. Okay, students, this is about gigahertz, 8.802.11 AC, 2.4 oblique 5 gigahertz, and wireless adapter will be there. You can have a wireless adapter. Then Intel Core i5. So let us see the configuration of Intel Core i5. Now at present they are using Intel computers, Intel Core i5. So configuration is processor, CPU, Intel Core i5. Operating systems they are using is Microsoft Windows 10 Professional, x64, and memory 8 GB RAM. Storage capacity is 512 GB internal solid state drive or 1 TB internal hard disk drive. Okay, student. Sustainability, EPR silver rating, EPR gold. Monitor is 24 inches LCD monitor, and network adapter. Okay, what is network adapter is 802.11 AC, 2.4 or 5 gigahertz wireless adapter is there. And the other things we have is in Intel Core i5 is webcam. We can have webcams in the laptop. Okay, webcam, lock, external drive for backups. So these are the features of configuration of Intel i5. At present they are using. Okay, students. Next, in laptops also, the Intel i5 Core i5 systems, that is the configuration of Intel Core i5 in laptop computers is, that is processor is Intel i5 Core i5, operating system is Windows 10, and professional. Okay, Microsoft Windows 10 Professional x64. Then memory is 8 GB RAM, storage capacity is 500 GB internal storage drive. Monitor is 14 inches LCD monitor, resolution of 1600 into 900 or better. Network adapter, that is for network connection. Okay, students, this is latest 802.11 AC, 2.4 oblique 5 gigahertz wireless adapter, and other things the internal core i5 laptop computers contains, that is laptops contains internal or external webcam, lock, carrying case, external hard disk drive for backups. So okay, students, now nowadays the computers they are using latest is in all the, in our computer lab also we have Intel Core i5 systems with Windows 8 is there. Actually we don't have Windows 10. We have laptops, laptops for doing project work which contains Windows 10 professionals. In our computer systems we have Intel Core i5 computer systems with 8 Microsoft, that is Windows 8, and 4 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM is there. Actually we have 4 GB RAM. and monitor is 24 inches LCD. Okay, we don't have any webcam, but the systems we are having in computer lab is Intel Core i5. Okay, students. Now suppose this is a laptop. Here we have. I'll show you the properties by sharing the screen here. Here, see, you can see this one. Uh, this is a laptop. So which contains the properties you can see here is it is Intel Core i3 system. The processor is Intel Core i3 system, the Windows 10. It contains Windows 10. Okay, students, you can see here, Windows 10 is the operating system you are using, and the processor here is system processor Intel Core i3. Okay, and memory is 4 GB RAM, which is not 8 GB. Okay, 4 GB and 16-bit operating system. Okay, students, this is 16-bit operating system. So main thing what you have to do in configuration while buying the system or laptops, we have to concentrate on the configuration of the system. That is a main thing is a processor. What is a processor? What is its RAM capacity? What is its RAM capacity? And what is its operating system? It is 64-bit operating system we are using. Type of operating system we are using. Okay. Then speed also you have to concentrate on speed, and data storage also. Okay, students, that is a RAM capacity, main important. So this is the laptop I'm using. I'm sharing with you the configuration of the laptop. That is practically I'm showing you the how the configuration will be the of a systems. So nowadays they are using mostly that is Intel Core i3, i5, i7 systems also they are using. And in the computer on the in our college we have in the computer lab is memory is 4 GB RAM. Okay, 4 GB RAM is the memory, but Windows 8 operating system we have in the lab. Okay, students, let us get back to our PPTs. It is to our topics. So we were now discussing about the configuration of computers, different types of computers we have. Okay, I think you got an idea about specifications, PC specifications, or you can say configuration of this computer system or specifications of computer systems. In also specifications we can see the monitor, size of monitor, and system unit, what is it, width, depth, height. Okay, students, then we have CD disk drives now latest. So these are the things today in this class we have discussed. So the topics we have discussed in the class in today's class is classification of computers based on capabilities, that is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputers, and classification of computers based on the purpose, specific and general purpose computers we have seen. Then different types of PCs. Latest we have seen what are the computers we are using at the latest versions, that is PCs. Then configuration of computers. So what is the specifications and configuration of computers we have seen. So latest the systems we are using it Intel Core i3, i5, i7 also we are using nowadays with the capacity 4 GB RAM and 8 GB RAM. Okay, students. So this is about the configuration of computers. Let us go to the next slide is about the quiz point. Quiz questions. First quiz question is dash support multi-user system. So what supports multi-user system is it has given four options: PC, PC80, Pentium, none of the above. So let us see what is the answer is Pentium. Pentium is a multi-user system. It supports multi-user operating system. Pentium. Second question. Personal computers support Windows operating system. True or false? He's asking, personal computers support Windows operating system. True or false? Yes, it is true. Third question. Microprocessor is used in dash. Options: mainframe computers, mini computers, personal computers, none of the above. So personal computers. Microprocessor is used in personal computers. We have seen in the class, we were discussing in the PPTs. Fourth question. Dash is an example of supercomputers. Options: IBM, Dell, Param, all of the above. So what is a supercomputer here? Param. Param is a supercomputer of these options. Next. So this slide is here. I have given some of assignments as an homework to you to do at home. Assignments to be done at home, and I'll be discussing in the next class. Prepare a list of computers in your college and state their features. So I have already mentioned in the class. So what is the type of computers we are using? That is Intel Core i5 systems with 4 GB RAM and Windows 8.8 operating system we have in the lab. Okay, students. Explain supercomputers. So these are the two questions you have to do as an assignment as a part of today's class for homework, and in tomorrow's class I'll be discussing about these topics. Next slide is about frequently asked questions. What are the frequently asked questions in the previous end exams? So what are the questions they have asked in the previous end exams is: first question, what is the difference between special purpose and general purpose computers? Second question, what are main characteristics of mainframe computers? Okay, students. So prepare the notes of all these questions which has been asked in the previous end exams. Third question, how computers are classified on the basis of size and processing capacity? Fourth question, state the specifications of a PC. What are the specifications of a PC? Means personal computer. Next, fifth question, distinguish between PC, PCXT, PC80. Okay, students. So these are the questions previously asked in the end exams. So in today's class, so we have discussed about the topics, different types of computers based on the capabilities, and purpose. Okay, classification of computers based on capabilities and purpose, and different types of PCs, and also we have seen configuration of computers. So latest, what are the computers, what are the specifications of computers, configuration of computers, and at present the computers we are using is Intel Core i5, i3, i5 and i7. So I think you have got the topic, so understood the topic, today's topic which we have discussed in the class. Okay, students, I'll end the session here. Bye, students. Bye for now.